Yes, today we're going to be learning about two things, which are Java expressions and the math class today. So just sit back, relax, enjoy the show. Alright guys, so today we're going to be splitting this video into two parts, which is number one, the, what do you call this stuff again? Statements, Java statements, and number two, the math class. So if you want to learn coding, remember you need to learn math. So let's get into it. So first is gonna be the element part. So we're gonna say we're just gonna do simple numbers, and everyone already know what elements is. It's not gonna take long, so I'm just gonna say sorry. So as I was saying, what was I saying? As I was saying, we're going to be learning about elements. It's not actually elements, it's expressions. So forgive me for my misinterpretation. It's expressions. So once again, not elements, expressions. So I'm just going to put a comment here that say expressions. Sorry. Equals operators and operands. Sorry. Operators. And now, so now you know what expressions are. Let's get into the subtopics, which are operators and operands. So I'm just gonna click enter, do this again, and I'm gonna say operands. Let me do operands first. Equals to variables. No, sorry, I meant to say variables. Fix that later. Let me just do something real quick. Right. Values. Numbers. And quantity. So these are operands. And now we're gonna say operators, which equal to, if you know math, you must know this. Sorry. Simple. So these are expressions which are operators and operands together in one line of code. So those are expressions, and operands are the variables, values, numbers, and quantities that you want to use and the operators are just plus, minus, divided, times. So for example, if we say, so first let's create a variable, which are, so I'm just going to say int friends. I can't spell today, don't know why. Just gonna say this. So first I'm gonna declare my variable, so I'm just gonna say equals to 10, and in a different place I'm just gonna say sys out, and I'm gonna say friends. So now when we run it, you see we have the number of friends, which is 10. I'm just gonna say and voila. So just gonna run that, and you see our friends are 10. So let's get into our first part, which are expressions. So to make an expression is actually easy, so I'm just gonna say friends plus 1, and when I click here, I'm gonna say sorry, just gonna say, so if you wanna add it by something, you're gonna have to say plus equals then the number of quantity you want to add by, so I'm going to say 1, and when we run it, we see friends equals 11. To show you I'm not capping, I'm going to say 23, and when I run it again, 23 plus 10, 33, and you see, so but if we want to decrease it by something, so I'm just going to say it minus equals, so I'm going to say 7, and when we run it, our friends are now equals to 3. So it's not really that hard. So we talk about this, but what about this and this? So we're gonna say friends times equals 7. It's practically the same thing. 70. So here's a divide. 1. So reason why it's showing 1, because 7 divided by 10 isn't 1. I know that. It's actually, I don't have time to do the math, but I know it's not 1. So because we display this as an int, but if we turn it into a double, so I'm just going to say double, double friends, and we run it. Friends equals 1.428 blah 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 blah. I'm gonna round this up, and actually 1.43. So no need to do this. I'm a mathematician, so it's easy. So it's really that easy. But what if you don't want to add? You don't want to add a specific number. you just click plus plus. This is useful for things like countdowns, timers, frames per second, all those stuff like that. So click here and 11. So you just say, sorry about that, guys. So if we just say minus minus, only decreases it by 1 and increases it by 1. So it's not that hard. It's actually easy. So that's how you can make expressions in Java. So guys, this is the second part of our two-part video, which is math, the math class. So in the first part, we just did expressions, which was actually easy, not really involving math. But this is what math really is. So this is the math class. So first, I'm just gonna create some variables. So I'm just gonna say double x, gonna this, and I'm just gonna copy this a few times. So they're gonna write, so it's gonna be w, x, y, and z, and we're actually gonna need a scanner. So I'm gonna say scanner s equal new scanner bracket system dot in. It's gonna and semicolon at the end, and we're just gonna import scanner, don't forget to import that, and voila, this is what we're gonna be working with for today. So when using a scanner, we don't really need a method. We'll learn more about method later on in the series. But when using a scanner, we don't really need to call it or anything. It baked into it. For example, if we go into src and if we look inside here, we can see all the files inside here. So inside one, we have like a lot. So inside one of here is the math class. Can't remember which one, but anywho. So right now we're gonna say we're gonna open. Sorry about that. We're gonna say sys out. It's gonna say. So first, let's think of what we're gonna do with the math class. So let's say we're trying to find the square root of, no, let's start with some simple plus and minus. So first I'm gonna say insert first number, then I'm gonna say s dot next int, click here, and just to make sure it works, I'm gonna say and just make sure it works. Alright, as I was saying, let's see if it works. And sorry, I'm gonna run this, and when I click run again, insert first number, click 4, voila, it works. So right here I'm just gonna click, so let's use W equals to blah blah blah, next int blah blah blah, and I'm just gonna copy this. So I'm gonna click Ctrl C and Ctrl V to paste. I'm gonna click X, and let me say we're gonna change this Z to R. We're gonna say R for result, and R, and this is what we call the math class. So I say R equals to math dot add exact. So it contains int, so I'm gonna say int W and int X and semicolon here. Sorry, we're gonna change this to the int. I'm just gonna say int so, and sorry, just okay, we're getting there. So let's just do the last part, the icing on the cake, and display R. So voila. So just to clarify everything, so first we got our variables x and w, and we got our scanner. So we say our w equals to our first number, x equals to the, sorry, let me just say second number, and our result, which is R, equals to the w and the x added together, which is what we call the math class. So if we actually stay here, we can see the class math contains methods for performing basic number operations such as the elementary, exponential, logarithm, square root, and trigonometric function, blah blah blah. So you see, we call the math class, and in the ending, we just print out our result, and we're gonna close our scanner dot, so I'm gonna say s dot close at end, and voila. So when we run this, we say insert first number, I'm gonna say 10, into the second number I'm gonna say 12, and sorry, where is it? I'm gonna say sys out and to make this clearer, so once again 10, 12, and 22. So I'm just gonna say, where is it? I'm gonna say I'm going to say our answer is, gonna click this, gonna click this, gonna click plus, go back here, click this, and if I want, sorry about the stress, just want to make sure it's neat. So first number 10, second number 12, and our answer is 22. So you can actually put doubles, but it's gonna take a lot more. So if I put this back to double, and we're gonna cast this as an int, sorry, and you know what? I'm not gonna do that because it's gonna be a lot more confusing, and I don't want to confuse anyone. So it's actually easy. So another method about the math class, we can say the learn method. There's ABS method, the cosine method, the floor method, blah blah blah. So there's the multiply method. So I'm just gonna say so once again x and w. So we're gonna multiply 2 by 10, answer 20. So what else we gonna do? What else we gonna do? There's also, sorry about that. There's also where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? The subtract function. There's now the round function. It's actually good. So I'm gonna say x. This time I'm gonna say next double. Sorry, I don't know why, but my XL key isn't working. Sorry about that. And I'm gonna click V. X to double. And we're gonna say we're gonna from this to this. So we're just gonna mute all of this. Sorry. Off here. Yeah, so we basically muted all of this area right here, or W, and we unmuted all of this, so we're gonna round this to the nearest. So I'm gonna say 2.2346 blah blah. And click enter, and our answer is 2. They rounded it up, and the answer is 2. So alright guys, so as I was saying, round this to nearest 10th or nearest number, I don't know. So let's say we have 34, round it up, sorry, click 34, enter. It only rounds up to doubles and all that stuff. So I'm gonna use the square root method, which is in here is actually SQRT. The square root of, let's say we want our, should we say x, y, or w? Let's say x, the square root of x. So the square root of 244,312 is 494.279. So I'm just going to say 0.28. So the square root method. What if we want to find the square? I'm going to SQ, like we can find the square. So it's not actually that hard, it's actually easy. So there's also ABS exact. Don't know what ABS is, but yeah, actually easy. So alright guys, that's how you make us. Alright guys, so I'm just gonna use the subtract exact. So I'm just gonna say W X int and int then semicolon at the end. And when we run this, we say I don't know what's wrong with this. Okay, sorry, calculator. So when we run this, we say 3444 by 3444 by 2333, and we'll click enter. Our answer is 0. So I don't know what's that. Let's run again. Let's say 2. Oh, sorry, my mistake. It's supposed to be big number by little number, and our answer is still 0. So I don't know why that's happening. Let's try 1 1 1 1 1 2 3 4. Answer is 2 0. Alright, I think I've seen the answer. I said W instead of X, so don't make that mistake. So I'm gonna say once again 1 2 3 4 by 4 3 2 1. Negative 307.0. So if put it on top and put it under the same answer. But yeah, that's how you make an easy, that's how you can use the math class in Java. So if you have any questions, just write them down in the comment down below. And my name's TechLord, make videos every week, and until then, peace out.